Money is beautiful. Money gives you choice. Money gives you choice of what dress to wear. Money gives you choice of what car to drive. Money gives you choice of where you can put your children to school. Money gives you choice of where you can get hospitalized when you are sick. Money is beautiful. But money is not everything. Money is like your fuel to your car. It is neither the journey nor the destination. It is just a part of the transportation system. It is neither the journey nor the destination. It is just a part of the transportation system. Don't chase money. Make money chase you. Money is a byproduct of providing a good service or a good product. It is not a main product by itself, excepting for Reserve Bank of India. Love money, use people, you got it wrong. Love people, use money, you got it right. When I got this money mindset, the business started exploding. So I urge all of you, desire to become rich. It's so important. So that's my take on money. The third is about women entrepreneurship. One of my favorite topic. Society is like a bird, and men and women are like its two wings. The bird cannot fly with one wing. But what is the reality today? Out of the 15 prime ministers India had, only one was women. Out of the 14 presidents, only one was women. Less than 4% of the women contribute to the financial kitty of the family. Politicians speak about women empowerment during elections, and corporates talk about women entrepreneurship in their press meet. But what is the reality? Reality is, women are foolish to pretend that they are equal to men. Actually, they are superior, and they always have been. There is what you call the elephant. When it is a baby, it used to be tied to a chain, and the chain will be put to a pole. And the elephant will want to come out of that, unchain it, and its leg will get hurt and it will start bleeding profusely. After some time, that thing will get into their mind. And even when it becomes a 5,000-pound big elephant, it will still carry that, and it will not come out of that. It is called learned helplessness. That is the problem which the Indian women are suffering from. Who is responsible for that? I think every woman is responsible for that. Also every man. There is, in our house, in most of our house, we have a golden cage. Within that we have put the parrot. And we are feeding the parrot with all the jewelries, all the luxuries, and all the food and everything. But are we allowing the parrot to fly? I think that's a singular point we need. Women are conditioned to believe that they can only do certain things and they cannot do certain other things. Women are good for cooking, women are good for household activities, women are good for taking care of the children, women know how to give host, women can be called a good woman if she is a good daughter-in-law, she can be called a good successful if she is a good mother. But men is called successful if he goes out and earns. But think about it. I am fortunate to have come across three very different set of situations in my life. First is, as I told you earlier, my father died early. My mom anchored the ship for 6 children, and successfully as a single woman. She ensured we are safe. She did business. She did social service, and she played multiple roles. And it was possible for her. And then my next thing is, I studied in Coimbatore in nutrition dietetics, where I saw the teachers, everybody are women, and that department used to stand out more than any other department in the college. And third, my role model is Anita Roddick. Anita Roddick is the owner of the Body Shop International. Different point of time, I only felt that women, when they took the life from the world, they were able to paint. They are actually much better. That's why I said women are foolish to pretend that they are equal to men. Actually, they are superior and they always have been. What is the solution for this problem? The solution for the problem is financial independence. Narayana Murthy and the likes, the Azim Premji and these likes of this world have created the first salary of the daughter is more than the last salary of the father. Today, in Tamil Nadu and around those sides, the people are now no longer asking what is the dowry, how much dowry you will give, how much property you will give. That is not question. Today they ask, where is the girl working? If they know the girl is working in one good company, that means she is capable of earning. And that is today we live, the dual income is so important. Money gives choice. And that will make a huge difference. I have a partner from Karur in a small town near Coimbatore. And she came and met me in Coimbatore and she told me I wanted to start a salon. I said, no ma'am, I don't think Karur is ready. And I was wanting to avoid. And she was very insistent. Next time when I came, she again came, no, you have to come and see what's happening. I want to start a salon. I said, okay, lady is so insistent, let me go and see what she's up to. I went to Karur and I saw the place. Right-hand side was a Mercedes-Benz, left-hand side was a BMW, and there were few more cars. I was intimidated. I said, boy, why does she want to start a natural salon? She has enough and more of money. I went and met her husband and then her sons, and I was very happy. I said, okay, we'll start a salon. 1 year later, she called me and she profusely thanked me. She said, this month I have earned 50,000 rupees profit. I have tons of money at home, but for every money I spend, I need to give accounts to my husband and my sons. This money is my own earned money. I don't have to give accounts to anyone. To me, that is bliss. That making the women earn that money is making them, feel a lot more inclusive in the society. I think that's the women empowerment and women entrepreneurship is what I am talking. The third point, what I want to touch upon before I close is, if you want to earn more, you need to learn more. If you want to earn more, you need to learn more. A lot of us think that learning is over in college. Actually, the real life learning starts after the college. And this skill industry where we are in, we know that the learning is so important. How much ever the skill knowledge, the skill shortage. And that, if you are able to organize that, if you are able to put it together on a continuous basis, I think we are in for a windfall. The education is so important. And that too, the skilled education, the communication, and the soft skills. Along that comes the other thing. If you are able to focus on that and continuously educate the people, along with the opportunity which is available in front of us, I think we are all in for a very exciting phase. That is my take. Coming together is a beginning. Growing together is progress. Winning together is success. Let's join together, learn from each other, discuss ideas, and then put our best foot forward so that we can create a history, make the wellness industry on top of the world, make the Indian wellness industry on top of the world. The great tragedy of life is not death. The great tragedy of life is what we allow to die inside each one of us while we still live. When we go and die, when we meet the Creator, we should have the audacity to look at Him squarely in His eyes and tell Him, I have used all the talents and potential you have given me. There is nothing left in my plate. If we live like that, I think the Creator will feel He will feel very blessed. Your entry into this world can go unnoticed. Your exit should not be. The glory of the life is not in the number of pages in the book you have read so far. It is in the number of pages you are going to read from now on. The glory of the life is not in the number of days you have lived so far. It is in the number of days you are going to live from now on. Live life king size, live life queen size, Together, let us build a beautiful India. Be rich, be happy. Thank you so much.